Hi and welcome back to Decisive Campaigns or Ardennes Offensive. We're playing as Germans. We're playing Wacht am Rhein, the big campaign, and we're on the 28th of December 1944, and it's 1800 hours, which means it is almost night time. We have just recently, in the last episode, we were able to move all the German units, and we will now see and take a look at the Allied units movement simply. Let's take a quick recap on what we actually managed to do last turn. Moving all the way down south. Actually, let me go up one level here. So all the way down south here, we have been able to move into Sedan basically in a more clearer way. We also noticed that we do have two enemy units here protecting this way over here, and this is the end of the map basically here, so we're quite close to Charleville. We know that in Sedan here we have a strategic supply base, however it's one of those that are empty and that are locked. In here we also have a strategic supply base, but we don't know if this one is full. It would be lovely if it would be, but we have no idea really. So we're going to try and reach that, but we'll see. We also took La Chapelle over here, which is nice, and we're moving. We also took Bouillon in here, so now we're moving towards Corbion, and trying to just move up northwest basically in here. And in here we have 2 12s and 7 A's here up here. We also met this guy over here, Team Price, and we are also just moving units up as much as we can here. We have the 79 Volksgrenadier Division slowly but surely moving up here, together with the 276s up here as well. And we also had the 2 12s really slowly moving up here. Also, we do have a couple of 2 12s over here as well, but they're supposed to go up here in this direction over here. Up here we have the 9th Volksgrenadiers coming up this road up here, and as we can see up here even, we also have the Fallschirmjägers over here and a little bit of 11th Panzer, but the 11th Panzer are really supposed to go up here. So up here we are pushing up towards Auchan and Messin. We are pushing up 11th Panzer and the 26 Volksgrenadiers. 26 Volksgrenadiers are actually moving up more towards Saint-Hubert over here, and we have managed to isolate Saint-Hubert quite nicely here, cutting them off from their supply basically here. And we have had some units from here moving in towards Bastogne, but I think we've got it under control. We do have some movement around here, and I don't know if we have a unit somewhere around here, but that one is going to be out of supply, so we'll see what happens really. And here is Rochefort and here is Marche, and we have also been able to push down here with basically Panzerlehr and the 2nd Panzer units down here, basically trying to squash these units from the 7th Army moving up also here. These guys are going to turn around quite soon now, and have just begun doing that, and they're moving up towards Givet and Dinant, which is where they're supposed to go anyway. We do have a couple of enemy units over here anyway that we are trying to take care of. We have a strong artillery in this city of Ziernon, and trying to target units. Quite a lot of enemy units around here. We also have one enemy unit in here, a tank unit here, trying to break free basically here, but he is out of supply for obvious reasons. We'll see if he tries to go up here, or if he tries to break through, or how that works. So far he hasn't been successful. And up here we have had 10 SS moving up towards Sini. We took that some time ago, and we are moving upwards towards Namur, basically. And we also have 116th now finally joining 10 SS, fighting their way up here also towards Namur and just trying to take different places here. We have Uvois here, for example, and we'll see if we can actually maybe cross here as well. We'll see. So we have some inroads here. We have 116th, we have 10 SS over here, we have 3rd Panzergrenadier coming up here, we have 9 SS here as well, we have 9 SS up here as well, we have 1st SS now, and the 3rd Fallschirmjäger division coming up here, since they already were able to take Huy over here. So they're now moving west, basically. From Amai, we had the 1st SS that were successful in taking Amai, their divisional basically objective, and they are now moving up northwest, trying to take as much as they can over here. And then we have what do we have? We have also 12 SS helping out here, basically. So it's a mixture now, since 12 SS objective was basically Liège and Clermont, which we have taken some time ago. And then we have all of these Volksgrenadiers moving to the west here, together with a Führer Big Light Brigade also. And up here in the north here, we also have 2nd SS moving with their units. And there is some 12 SS as well here. And we do have a tank unit up here also, and also we have lots of HQs sitting here. So these are really the last ones, pretty much. I think it feels like that. And then we've only had these rather weak units, as we can see, that they have put down just to try and hinder us from going faster, simply. I see that we have still this one that can move. Actually, he was a little bit weirdly placed, so I'm going to move him actually before we start moving the enemy. So let's see if we can attack this one here. So let's see here, we have a hex grid over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 actually. So let's move this one forward here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, there you go. And then we try and hit this guy. See if we can get rid of him. That'd be nice. There you go. Fantastic. Okay, and that's it. That's great. And so, all in all, it looks, as I always say, fantastic, really. Let's take a look at the big picture here, a big picture overview here. So we can see here that we are in the northern sector, trying to move basically just here, west here. We are very close to Namur. We are, you know, very close to this part of the Meuse River. Basically, we have Dinant over here, and see we have units here probably being able to cross here somewhere around here, and that will cut units off here possibly as well. So, and down here in the south, we are trying to take care of Saint-Hubert and this Palaiseul and this area over here, while at the same time trying to push up here. So we have a couple of days left here. We end at the midnight at 1st of January 1945. So we have basically 29th, 30th and 31st left, 3 days left of fighting. We have a total of 349 points already, and you only need 200 for a major Axis victory. So doing fantastically well. All right, with that said, let's take a look at the enemy movement. And as I've said before, there are no reinforcements coming in during December 28th. I think there's one unit one division or a brigade or something coming in at 29th, and we'll see what happens there. Okay, we have Divisional HQ just going and trying to break free. And here's another one. They lost some in Rhein. They lose units there as well. So that's around Cell. They try to hit Cell. They lose all of their units there. It's just really desperate attacks here. That's not working. 3 half tracks. Labin. Here again they lose quite close to Ardennes. Again they try to hit me there. They lose 5 Cromwells. They lose a lot, quite a lot there as well. They lose lots there as well. And over there as well. Still have tanks in there. They're leaving Saint-Hubert. Artillery attack in that vital position right there. This is Rhein. They're almost surrounded. Holtmeyer, I think it's called. And we have Valois there, quite close to Givet. They're moving away here from the Führer Grenadier Brigade. Price is moving away from the south. Oh, let me bring down the mini there. Sorry. Quite close to Uvoir there, the River Meuse. Some fairly strong units there at least. That's a strong tank unit right there. We're up here in the northwestern sector. Namur. So we have a recon squadron coming up. And an AAA really just trying to hinder us from going anywhere. That's a fairly strong one. 7A right there. It's interesting. Okay. These are remnants, I think, of the airborne units that's been around here, so it's gonna be interesting. Dinan over there. Sochon over here, Libramont. Massin. And this is woods up by Dinan. Cell over here, Signy over there. Saint-Hubert over here. So they try to hit me there. Don't think anything happened there for us. Cibray is over here. Yeah, and that's the end of things. That hurts them and they're just moving up there. But not all of them, which is so interesting. Unfortunately, the night turn comes here. It would have been so nice to pursue them, but we'll have time. There's really nowhere they can run, so. And as always, we're going to take a look at the weather, and then we're going to take a look at VPs as well, and the kill ratio and everything. So nothing major. I think we have them by the balls, basically. I think we have we're containing them for sure around Bastogne and Saint-Hubert. So it looks really nice. We could also see that they did try hit us as much, well, trying to establish supply lines, but to no avail, basically. Alright, let's go and take a look at the weather first. So weather says it's nighttime now, it doesn't matter what it is really, but during the morning we'll have light precipitation, then it's mist, and then night times, then it's mist again. So really a lot of mist coming in with a limited visibility, unfortunately. So it's gonna be difficult when it comes to artillery. So that means basically we're gonna have to find out where they are, like kind of a probe attacks, and then go artillery basically when we know where they are. That's the way to play it. We have 291 VPs occupied on the map. Allied casualties give us another extra 54 points, so we have a total of 345 points. 200 is needed for a major victory, so this is a crushing victory right now for the Germans. When it comes to Axis losses, we usually have a 5.5 kill ratio to 1. So we're going to take a look at that and make some calculations here. So we have lost in total almost 30,000, and they have lost almost more than 160,000. So let's see here. That equates everything to a clearer 5.5. Really, it's a 5.49. So that's nice. To 1. So for every German unit slain, basically they lose 5.5. We receive again a Kampfgruppe. Let's take a look at cards and then we'll take a look at stats. Card wise, we got our Kampfgruppe back. As always, these new units will not be used at all because they are going to be deployed all the way back in the east. Although they're quite inexpensive, it takes too much time to bring them forward to the front, and most important, fuel wise it's difficult. We have a rear area over here. We have fuel which we cannot go for, it's too expensive. I think the last card we took was like 600 something, so that was really the last card we could take. We do have a couple of replacements back also that we can definitely go for if we want to. That's never a bad thing. And then we have no air support because it's nighttime coming up here, and that's pretty much it. So maybe Kampfgruppe. We could also go for some replacements if we want to. That's pretty much it. Let's have a look at supply. Yeah, almost. We could perhaps go for a supply card next turn. We'll see. Let's take a look at stats then. And as always, we want to increase this gap over here. And as you can see, that's exactly what we've been able to do. Let me have a look here. It's a bit difficult to see here. I don't know exactly. Is that 0, 100 hours, 18? I'm not sure if that one is, yeah, it's probably in here. So this one, I think they have basically around like 52,000 units left, while we have 69, almost 70,000 units. So it's looking quite nice here. And we actually took some cards of reinforcements. That's why it's gone up here. We have not deployed anything new really. Casualty wise, we keep on having this rather nice slope on this graph right up here, and they have a lower one, of course, and that is indicative of the 5.5 to 1 ratio basically in kills. Regime statistics, let's take a look at supply and then we take a look at fuel. We can see that we have an increase in our supplies from last turn basically. We are increasing, I think, our supplies in most likely Huy perhaps, and then maybe Liège as well, I'm not sure. We can see the white one is received from off map. We always receive pretty much around 60,000 in terms of supply from Germany. This morning turn, we actually just received less than that, so this is gonna keep on going up actually, I think. So that's quite nice. Internal supplies, we're still high up on internal supplies. We asked for 78,000 supplies. We received less than that, and that's even when we actually had quite good number of supplies out on supply basis. So what that means basically is that our supply network is not able to give us all what we are asking for basically. And that probably has to do with our supply network being in yellow rather than green, or worse, could be worse also. So and I think the network around Namur, for example, is like weak roads really, so I think it's yellow or even worse, maybe bluish over there. Let's take a look at fuel. Fuel is looking worse, a lot more worse here, or more worse. As you can see here, we have 0 when it comes to supply stocks. We have no fuel in our stocks, basically, that we can supply our forces with. So whatever we get, 40,000 each turn, unless we go for a card, which is not going to happen anymore, that's what we actually give our units. And why we're actually able to give all of it, supply everything, which is nice. That has to do with us asking for or screaming for a lot higher, the red one here, a lot higher, but we're only able to give them 40,000. That's all we have. So they're just asking, so we can see that our fuel levels, internal fuel levels, is getting worse and worse and worse, really. So our war machine is stopping almost, but they still have some internal fuel. Let's see here, internal. So unit stocks here, it's also going down here at a fairly rapid pace, actually. So it's difficult. So as long as we move, we of course consume. So that's interesting. What else can we say? Let's take a look at a more precise view of their movement. So they have moved 153 steps. Let's take a look at them. So we always start with divisional HQs. So we do have this one moving away from, I think, this place over here. Moves away. We have another one trying to move away, or actually closing in. And that's a really strange attack, of course, trying to break through towards Ardennes over here. But I don't know, it's difficult for them, of course, and there's nothing he can do here. So he loses about a third of his units, basically. So he's really vulnerable right there. This is Saint-Hubert over here, 4th Armored Division, CCR. So they're also very vulnerable right there. They leave. We have an unknown unit quite close to Cell, somewhere around here. Let me bring out the map over here. Actually quite close to Namur over here. So this one is the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division coming up here, I think, together with the 9 SS also here. So an unknown unit right there, a divisional HQ most likely. Moving away. This is Rhein, Givy over here. We're on the western side here. That's most likely a divisional HQ, but not necessarily. We can see it's not actually, this is a tank unit over here, but he hurts himself quite a lot there. It's not that strong anymore, as we can see here. Just a couple of tanks left there. And then we have another one moving around and then leaves. We are still we're a little bit further up north, quite close to Dinant over here. This is a very, very important crossroad that we're holding together with Cell over here. And yeah, this is very, very important for us to hold and for them to try and take. So they try to take it with woods that, as you can see, already quite heavily damaged. Or was he? Maybe it wasn't that bad. Yeah, he was doing all right, 13. Now he gets to 1. So he loses. It's basically a cavalry unit here. So he pretty much loses everything. We lose nothing here. Very, very strong. Here is a Devonshire Rifle Battalion coming up. Let's see how... Okay, he actually moves away and keeps on moving away towards Givet, I guess. Kind of. This is Holtzmeier in Borin, which is close to Givet. So I guess this guy, he's coming down this road that we looked at just before. And what happens here? Nothing. We have, again, this one quite a strong at the crossroads, quite close to Dinant. We have an unknown unit there. And that's it. We have Team Johnson pulling away actually. Moving, and then goes to Cell and gets killed. really weird attacks, but sure. We have a tank unit over here that is also quite far. This is Cini over here. So they had a combined tank unit and a fairly strong armored infantry battalion sitting right together here. We do have tanks in here, and as you can see also mobile infantry here. So tank unit, so it's rather difficult. We do have tanks in here. I don't think we have tanks in here, possibly, but I'm not sure. We do have tanks up here actually, but so they get intercepted, and that's it. Here is Team Brown. He was sitting over here last time. He moves away. This is a tank unit, I know. Transin is an important crossroad. We almost got to it, but it seems like we have or had a unit sitting there, but it moves away actually down here towards Laban, and they actually try to hit us. They lose 3 half tracks. We lose nothing. And then they go back basically to Transin and then pass that probably. Here we have an attack quite close to Messin. This one I think is some Hetzers and so on, but they lose. This seems to be a fairly weak or middle strength infantry battalion of Greens and veterans trying to hit us from the north. We take no losses anyway. There he probably is, and he moves away. Is that the same guy? No, that he comes from there, doesn't he? Not sure really, but he shows up and disappears. Here we have another attack, so that this is an interesting case. So this is Cini over here. This is where we had the tank that left over here. We have 2 tank units here. We have a 3rd tank unit here. We used to have these guys sitting in between basically this one and another unit, Team Love I think it was called, which we took apart and destroyed, making sure that we have supply lines coming up here. And then we drove down tank and anti-tank units down here, basically enveloping him, surrounding him basically a little bit here. And now he tries to break free here, and that does not work really well. So he loses a couple of Cromwells and a Stuart, and we lose nothing here. We do have Panzerforce and Stug 3s there, as you can see. Here we are in... So this is interesting. This is Champlon, and this is the road down to Bastogne, and this is up to Marche. So this is, I can't remember what the name was. Is it Team Thompson, I believe? He was sitting there, and he tries to hit us, and he loses quite a lot there. We lose nothing. So this is going to be something we want to try and attack next turn. Not the night turn, but the morning turn if possible. He disappears there, unfortunately. So we're going to have to go hunting for him. This one is all the way down south. So this is Florenville over here. This is some kind of unit. I don't know what it is. We do have a unit here. Possibly we have a unit here. I'm not really sure. He moves there. He moves there. It's a tank destroyer battalion. That's it. So in here we have a tank unit trying to hit us to break free. They lose 2 Sherman tanks out of 12 and a Stuart. That's nice. We lose nothing. Thus they turn up to the north, try to break free there. They lose yet another Stuart there. They have 15, actually 25 Sherman tanks left. So it's going to be difficult. So now we're in Cibry and we have Bastogne over here. We have this unit here that's quite weak, tries to move away basically. Here is a unit that was probably sitting over here. I'm not sure. This one is all the way up in the northern sector. Yeah, he was sitting there. He moves away. This is Amai, I believe. Is it? No. Hui Amai. Yeah, it is. So we have moved a lot of units up here, and you can see it's just too many units here. This one is Saint-Hubert over here. We have Team Martin moving away from Abrams, I believe, down and then away. We have Vinalmont over here, all the way in the north. We have a tank unit leaving this one here, which is expected. Celle is over here. This is again the strong crossroads over here. That's Dinan over here. What do we have here? We have this one, an unknown unit moving away. It's actually a Royal Household Cavalry moving away. That's almost been destroyed. And then they go for some artillery there. Nothing happens. We have a tank destroyer leaving, or actually another one leaving, and they're spreading out. Team Rogers was, I think, sitting in Smuid or something, and he disappears. This is Borin over here. This is a tank unit that tried to hit us, but they lost. It's a weak tank unit. This one I'm not sure. Here we have some airborne engineers, quite close to Givet again. Moves away. And here we have Armored Infantry Battalion 17th. We are quite close to Dinan over here. This is Celle over here. That is the strong unit in the crossroads. And this is a little bit further up north. This is a very important, interesting hill. We have some movement over here. We have lots of units here that were able to get up here, that we're going to use to attack these ones. And we have Team Fitzgerald over there as well. So they seem to be spreading out a little bit, going back and forth, and then they're just simply leaving here because they realize that this is not going to be worth it. Here we are up by Dinan, I believe, between Dinan and Givet over here. We have Fallois over here. This, I think, might be a tank unit, but I'm not really sure. Moves down, actually two of them there. We have Team Price that was sitting down here. This is Palaiseau. This is quite close to Saint-Hubert and so on. And they're moving away, Team Price. And here comes another one, which is interesting. And yet another one. So that's, oh, and yet another one. And another one. That's crazy. A lot of movement over here. So this is not a problem, really. But we are kind of far away. It will take some time for us because this is such an advanced group, really. So it will be difficult to do anything but have a defensive stance over here. We'll see. This is Uvois over here. This is Signy over here. This is the Meuse River here on the western side. So we did again have two tank units. This tank unit was sitting in here. We have yet another one showing up there. Artillery showing up and yet another one showing up. So maybe these are actually reinforcements coming in here from some time ago. This is an unknown unit that is quite close to the Meuse River on the western side, quite close to Namur over here. This is 9th SS over here, and this is 3rd Panzergrenadiers coming in here. So we do have a couple of unknown units coming in here, an AA unit right there, and that unit is a Royal Recon moving. Here's a tank destroyer, anti-tank unit. And here again we see by the 7th Army HQ, we have yet another coming in. That's a strong unit right there. Oof, they're cutting us off even. That's good for them. And here we have one unit also trying to cut off the 9SS. That's a bit of a dangerous move because we might actually move in here, but we'll see. Then we have 319, a weak infantry regiment or battalion rather, quite close to Champlon, all the way down here. So that's interesting that we do see a couple of weak ones around here outside of Bastogne basically, and these are the ones we need to take care of. This one was probably running around here creating these truck movements. So we'll have to take care of him. And then we have Massin over here, Libramont. We've had a couple of infantry units moving around here. He moves away. This is Celle over here. So we have a unit that was, I don't know if it was strong. He moves away anyway. moving down actually over here. That's interesting. We have Team Moore moving in there and moving in there. Unknown unit still there. Yet another unknown unit quite close to Saint-Hubert over here. They had 2 units here. They're separating right there. These are 26 Volksgrenadiers all over this place. So trying to protect Bastogne basically. They're actually moving around here. That is a bit scary, but nothing terrible really. This is Orthoville and so on. We have a 3rd unit actually around Bastogne here. So they're well contained, but still moving around, trying to not encircle really, but this I believe is a 3rd Panzergrenadier, kind of far away from home, but still. And they emptied that one out as well. He's actually showing up there, trying to move there, and then tries to pass by here, but that is difficult for him. No losses for me, and they do suffer a couple of losses there. That's it. Unknown unit moving somewhere. I can't see what that means. We have Vinalmont. This is all the way up in the north. We have this HQ and tanks moving away here. This is an unknown unit moving away. We have quite close to Namur over here. We have an unknown unit moving and unknown unit moving. Vinalmont again up in the northern sector. We move towards divisional HQs now. And these ones are simply moving away. They're just emptying that hex a little bit. This really poor outside of Ardennes is just killing himself, basically trying to attack and trying to break free. And yeah. And these ones are just trying to move away. 5th Armored is almost gone, as you can see here, from artillery attacks and stuff. And they're just simply trying to leave here. And that's the end of it all. So he's in gear right now, and besides that they have moved away here. So that's interesting. Let's take a look at what we actually can see. It's night time now, before we start the night turn, and see what we actually can see. So there should be someone in Donchery. This one seems to have been moving. I don't remember. Maybe he's just sitting still here basically. And yeah, we have these ones all the way down in the south here. We have these units moving. We have some movement around here, it seems, because we did have units surrounding us a little bit here and here, so that's interesting. Maybe we do have some more movement over here also, could be. All of these ones need to move up north, northwest. We are pushing a little bit here. They stood still there. They stood still there. We had some movement around here as well. This is Saint-Hubert, somewhere around here. There you go. And we can see also that we have we had 2 units, I believe, trying to cross here. So we do have some movement here. That's a bit worrying. Maybe they actually made their way through here. So I think we need to set down someone maybe in Cibri or something like that. We'll do that with cards. Around here we have 2 or 3 units as well. We have 1 unit over there, a couple of units over there. So during the morning, hopefully we'll see a lot better. But this is what we see right now during the night turn. We have a line of sight of only 5% basically. So it's difficult to see anything. Hopefully it will be better during the mist. But it's going to be difficult to see during the mist as well. Up by Saint-Hubert, we have a couple of units moving around here. We'll just have to close this one, try and take Saint-Hubert, crush, tighten this one up here. Here is where we had a unit trying to hit us over here. That's severely weakened. Then he moved away, so we need to hunt for that one as well. Maybe that is indicative of what we actually saw. This one probably has to move back also. This one is just keep on moving north. He's been helping out here. And what else? I think just simply push this one over here up and south, and we'll see what happens there. It would be nice to bring these ones up to the north though, but we have to fix this. Once these guys have come in here, we can probably have these ones leave, basically, up towards Rochefort and up west towards Givet and Dinant. We have some movement over here. We're just trying to push up here. We're going to try and go to Bois and then towards Givet over here. At the same time, we need to have full control over the situation up here. This up here is Cell over here. That's the strong one sitting at the crossroads over here. We do have a couple of enemy movements here. We have a unit there. We have the tank unit in there sitting still there, although we can't see it. This is the hill where we are going to try and attack these ones after a while. We'll see if they actually go for a night movement, but they've had their friends leaving in this direction over here. In here we do have units. We have basically a tank unit in there, another tank unit in there. We have another tank unit in there. So yeah, we have the 3rd Panzer Grenadiers moving in this direction together with the 9 SS also, as we can see here. There is some movement around here, like this one's been cut off here, which is a little bit of a problem, but we'll see during the morning what it looks like. And we're quite close to Namur anyway. And here is Ardennes up here. We do have something up there. We have a movement in that direction up there. We have something in there and something in here. So just really weak units around here. We're just going to keep on moving and keep on pushing, basically. That's it. All right, that's it really. There is nothing else. So with that, we're going to leave this one, and I'll see you in the next one, where we are going to take a look at the whole night turn, where we will see German movements during the night and then finally Allied movements during the night. I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.